me welcome a very passionate Toastmaster, CM Praveen.
I'm your customer. I will need a piece of flesh and a bottle of blood from you every day. And you will give me. This was my first customer. And these were his words, which still haunt me even today. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, very good evening. Good evening. Today I'm going to speak about a wonderful interaction I had with my customer, from whom I learned one of the biggest lessons of sales profession. It was a beautiful sunny day of September 1993, and I was so thrilled for having secured my first sales meeting from a big corporate house in New Delhi. I parked my Kawasaki Bajaj in two-wheeler parking lot of International Trade Tower and headed towards the elevators with my briefcase. Like most of the sales professionals, I'm a daydreamer. And within the 30 seconds of my journey in elevator from ground floor to 22nd floor, I was already dreaming about becoming the first salesperson of my company to sell plain paper fax machine to this customer. In 1993, plain paper fax machines were just getting introduced in India. And I wanted to be the first person to sell one even before arrival of the first stock. Meeting started off very well. And the person opposite me was financial controller of the company. I was at my best, exercising all the sales skills I had, at the same time developing my rapport, my trust in the mind of my prospective customer. When I was concentrating fully on the customer, suddenly I realized the presence of a third person around us. I turned and saw a beautiful girl in her 20s, smiling and asking me, "Sir, would you like to drink something?" That was his secretary. And it was the first time somebody addressed me with the "sir." And that somebody actually rang so many bells in my mind. "Black coffee, please," was my response, with an equally infectious smile on my face to my prospective date. Discussion continued with my customer, and I realized it is going in the right direction. I was already floating in the air because I was seeing the prospect of closing not one, but two sales that day. One for my company and second for myself. Just when I was about to begin to say the benefit of my machine to the customer, my date came back with a coffee. Financial controller looked at her and said, "Meena, since you are going to be the one who is going to operate the machine, why don't you join us in the discussion?" And Meena sat just next to me. I couldn't control my luck. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, God could not have been kinder to me. Later did I realize that not everyone is going to be kind to me on that wonderful day. No offense to finance people present in this room today, but there are a lot salespeople generally do not fall in love with. They are the tough negotiators. I understand they have to be that way because companies paying them to save their the money wherever and whenever possible. Finally, the moment came which every salesperson waits for. Financial controller said, "Okay, Praveen, I like your machine and I may buy it. But you'll have to give me lots of discount and lots of extras." Discount is okay. I'm used to it. And I was prepared to negotiate the discount. What what is that extra? I asked. Financial controller said, you will have to give me 1 year quota of toner free. Warranty should be 2 years, not 1 year. And after warranty, the maintenance charges would be 10% of the cost, not 20%. I was not ready for this. And almost in an irritating voice, I told financial controller, sir, this is too much to ask for. And it is not fair on your part to squeeze me like that. What come next was unimaginable. Financial controller chewed each and every word and almost screamed, I am your customer. I will need a piece of flesh from you and a bottle of blood every day, and you will give me. I was stunned, and so was my ex-date. Somehow I managed the situation, and finally I closed that sale for my company, not for myself. That day, I learned the real meaning of probably the biggest word in the dictionary of a salesperson, the customer. From that day, it has become my mantra. It has become my definition of a customer. And today, when from my team somebody comes and tells me, sir, I didn't have very pleasant discussion with the customer, I tell them, don't worry, you're better off. You're better off because I've seen the worst. And I tell them what Henry Ford once said, it is not your employer who's paying your salary. Your employer is only handling the money. It is your customer who's paying your salary. That is the power of customer. Thank you. Over to you.